Welcome to this audiovisual peel dedicated to the logistical services, which will address the following topics: the process to be carried out in the logistical and distribution area in a company, and some aspects that should be considered for a correct planning and organization of the logistical services. Logistics is one of the most important aspects that should be considered in our business, as this implies the distribution of the services and products acquired to the customer in our e-commerce platform. The company's operating area involves all departments which make up the services chain needed to attend an order, and these departments focus on the following processes: order confirmation in the online store, storage management, preparation service, logistics and delivery, and customer support and reverse logistic. Now we are going to comment each of them. Confirm the order in the online store. This is the first step. The following activities have to be carried out in order to confirm the order before it is sent to the warehouse. First, check the order information. It is very important that we check that all of the data in the order form is correct before delivering the order. Otherwise, we must report the incidents to the corresponding department to contact the customer and confirm the data again. Second, fraud prevention. We must include filters which will prevent the entrance of fraudulent orders, as these orders will derive in wasted time and resources that we shouldn't assume. Third, payment management and bills. For the collection, we must provide the customer tools to make the payment, always searching for the way to facilitate management for the customer. For example, virtual POS, PayPal, etc. To generate the bill, we have two options. The first one, to make it ourselves by hand or electronically, and the second one depends on our e-commerce platform, because through this we can invoice automatically. Fourth, stock availability check. Check the availability of the product the customer is asking for. There are tools, self-developed or integrated e-commerce platforms, that help us to control it. Thus, we will never have problems with the stock. Finally, provide customers with an active order tracking. We should track the status of clients' order forms, if it is being prepared, if it is en route for distributing, etc. This service we can implement ourselves in our web platform or contract it with the logistic operator that we work with. Once the order has been confirmed, the preparation order will be issued to the warehouse. For the storage management, there are three models which will be chosen, depending on the particular needs in each business. First, physical storage. Have a storage to process the orders, package them and deliver them to the customer. Second, storage outsourcing. Subcontract the service to a logistical operator which offers us what we need and provide it to our customers. Third, agreements with providers. If the provider gives us a product or service, the same provider can manage and later send it to the logistical company for shipment. Independently of the model, to make the storage effective, it must be equipped with stock control capacity and stock handling, computerized labels and packaging system, correct organization for the order preparation, always in as short time as possible, information system to check the stock and provide management, the costs, the delivery times, the order status, etc. Now we'll see the order preparation service. The order preparation service is closely associated with the management storage, because the storage will be the place where the preparation is done. The relevant aspects to be considered in the order preparation are picking management. Picking is collecting the merchandise organized in the storage. In other words, it takes the units from the place where they are packed to send them to the customer's location. We can take one or several units from a box, unit picking, or take several boxes from the pallet, boxes picking, etc. The objective is organizing the process to invest a minimum time, because it is one of the processes that more time requires at the moment of shipping a product to a customer, so it's possible this delayed the delivery. E-commerce implies that you must deliver small orders to multiple customers in various destinations, so it's necessary to adapt the storage system to attain the best use of space and optimize picking process. Another one of the aspects to be considered when the order is prepared is the packing process and order preparation. This process must be cared for. The result will be the package our customer will receive, so we must be very attentive because in the case of e-commerce, this is the first that the customer sees when they receive the product. Also, the labeling is in the packing process. The proper printing and attaching labels is what ensures the correct delivery of the order. Every box should always include the label identifying clearly the sender details, recipient data, and the reference to identify the order in our Logistical system or e-commerce platform. The function of the packing are protect the contents, provide information on the merchandise characteristics, comply with applicable legislation, promote a brand image. The packing should be attractive. It must be noted that if we manage internally the order preparation, we should have space for the packing. Once the order is ready, it must be distributed. There are two types of distribution, the physical distribution or digital distribution. In the digital distribution, the product or service may be obtained directly by downloading it, and all we need to consider is the compliance with applicable legislation. However, in the physical distribution, the following should be considered: the time lapse between the purchase to the delivery, the schedules, the scope, etc. The most advisable option is to contract a logistical operator that suits our needs. For this, we must assess our type of product, our volume of shipments, the solutions that the logistical operator offers us. We should compare them with what is offered by others and study the adaptability of them in our business, the type of customers, etc. We all agree that an online sale is not finished before the customer has received the merchandise. But in the logistical and delivery process, it does not just include the delivery of the merchandise as such, but also there are aspects as mentioned before. It is very important from the day of purchase that we make the tracking easier, providing the buyer with the tools, our website logistical operator, that allow him or her knowing the order status. In other words, has the order been done correctly? Is the merchandise ready? Has the shipment departed and is on its way? In this way, the customer will be informed at each moment about the order status and will have a beneficial effect on the final satisfaction. Regarding the form of the delivery, we can choose the one that best meets product needs, clearly establishing the conditions for each type of delivery: express delivery, 24-hour delivery, 15 days delivery. Free delivery is a good selling strategy, and we should try to do it, although sometimes, depending on the type of product, the urgency, etc., it's not possible. Once the merchandise is delivered, we can't leave our customer. It is necessary to have customer support to resolve any doubts that may arise before, during, and at the end of the purchase. To offer this customer support, we need a management tool, CRM, that allows ongoing updated information. In this way, in each moment the customer contacts us, we will have, in a click, the contact history with this customer, allowing us to give them personalized attention. We must keep in permanent touch with our customer. The customer support staff will be in the after-sales service. Once the sale has been finished, we should keep an after-sales service that allows consulting the customer impression as regards with their purchase in our store. Directly linked to the customer support and after-sold is the reverse logistic. Reverse logistic transfer materials from consumer to manufacturer, either by a failure in the distribution or by a poor state of repair, etc. The reverse logistic is about the refund system or dissatisfied customers at receiving a defective merchandise. If the product arrives in defective conditions, or if the customer wishes to return the product, we may allow him to do it, bearing in mind that we are incurring extra costs for us. This is a factor for consideration because including costs of the mistake is vital in the progress of the business. In order to appropriately plan logistics and distribution in a company, it is necessary to evaluate the different aspects of preceding paragraphs, such as order management process. We must establish a clear and organized order management process with the objective that the time from product purchase to their reception would be as short as possible. Type of distribution: physical or digital distribution. The physical distribution is for the physical products that need an order and shipping preparation. The digital preparation is for the products that can be directly downloaded, music, software, digital books, etc. In this case, we will just have to keep the applicable legislation and the shipment doesn't need preparation. Process in the case of refund, reverse logistics. As we have already seen, if the product arrives in defective conditions or if the customer wishes to return the product, we may allow him to do it, bearing in mind that we are incurring additional costs for us. This is a factor for consideration because including the cost of mistakes is vital in the progress of the business. Procurement management and stock control. It is a key aspect in the logistical planning. We should think if it is good having stock or not, and who is going to do the stock control. And the implementation logistical model. Individual integral logistics, partial subcontracting of the logistical activities, or integral logistical subcontracted. Next, we will speak about the logistical models. We must decide, depending on the characteristics of our business, to see what is more convenient. Individual integral logistics, in other words, internally performing all the logistical process. For this, we will need the proper infrastructures for the business model. Partial subcontracting of logistical activities, outsourcing part of the logistical process, the processes we cannot assume internally and facilitate the organization and delivery of the product or service. Or the integral logistical subcontracting, outsourcing all the logistical process. The advantages and disadvantages of the individual logistical management are: advantages: fast implementation of the services, on-site stock control, independence in the order preparation, direct control of the process. Disadvantages: space necessary for storage, picking and packing, fixed rent and staff costs, response capacity for high order volumes. For the partial or integral subcontracting of the service, there are some specialist companies in distribution services and integral solutions for e-commerce companies that can help us. Some of them are ASM Transporte Urgente, Azcar, Celeritas, Correo, DBM Logistics and Mail Services, DHL, Envialia, FedEx, Kiala, Mediapost, Métodos Logísticos, MRW, Nacex, Punto Pack, Seur, Tipsa, TNT, Tourline, Transaher, UPS, Celeris. Every logistics process can be implemented internally or subcontracting the companies that provide this service, such as set out in this slide. We can subcontract storage services, picking, packing, distribution and delivery. In addition, these companies develop integral solutions to online stores, including all the necessary functionalities for a company developing in the online channel with the best quality, safety and efficiency parameters. Among the services offered, the following may be mentioned: creation from scratch of your online store, integration of modules for the logistical control service in open source platforms, in such a way as all the operations made in the online store will be in the logistical operator platform and vice versa. Applications for management and real-time tracking, integrated communication systems for the customer services before, during and at the end of the purchase process. Ultimately, the logistical service of an online store have many options for the management. It is necessary to contact the operators that offer logistical services for e-commerce, see the offers and study which of them is better adapted to our business model. Thank you for your attention.